Are you serious?
Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Kill an Hour. I'm Sean, and
I
he is.
can't hear anything in my headphones.
You can now.
Did you say I'm Sean?
Yeah.
I'm Marcus Bronzy.
This is the show.
What's happening? I'm
Oh,
Marcus.
look us! We're swap names.
Oh no, that was my impression of you. Though.
That was my impression of you.
Oh, that's Idiot.
This is the show where two old mates have a chat, tell some jokes, go on the internet and tell some funny stories. And that's pretty much it, really, man.
Yeah.
And get very excited about a song that was against piracy in the early 90s. Very much.
I mean, I've had to get on board with this because it was like, I thought it would just kind of dissipate after a while, but if anything, the love for it's got stronger.
This will make no sense to you if you've just started listening now, but will make sense to you if you listened before. I may have found another song that nothing's going to take away. Nothing's going to take away from the original. That's going to take away from the original, that was the wrong sound effect. That's going to take away from that. Yeah, I'm just going to give a little. Nothing's going to take away from the energy that gives me, right? Again, if you're not with us right now, you'll get seen.
Unparalleled.
But there are there's a selection of songs from the mid 90s that they've had me in a chokehold.
What happened to you this week?
Where
what happened to you this week, bro?
I was on the internet.
Something's changed.
I was on the internet. Someone suggested a song was one of the greatest songs in the night. I can't give you any more because if I give you any more, you'll know what it is, Sean. But because I want to surprise you, because I like surprising
Bro,
you.
it feels like a
little look on your face when I surprise.
No,
it is. Yeah.
It feels like a whole deviation from who I saw last week.
It could be a new year, new me. It could be a late new year, new me. But anyway, if that makes no sense, you don't worry. We'll bring you in the loop soon. And for those that have heard this before, that's just a little taster for you. That's a little taster for you.
No one's as excited as you are.
Right, time for our first bit, which is our jokes
Of the week.
I've been practicing this one, Sean. If you guys are watching this one, this is a bit special for you.
Right,
might be a bit
okay.
special for you. Okay, cool. Right,
Okay.
right.
The fuck up.
So my deaf girlfriend cheated on me with her school friend. I should have seen the signs. Come on! That's a good one.
You know what, man? I just enjoyed that in its entirety. You know what it is as well? Like someone who's like, do you see a magic trick? Yeah. And you're like, how long did this guy spend in this bedroom learning that?
And you're like, oh, wow, you found my card. Well done. Well done. Well, there you go.
Can I just ask, was that like fully legit sign language?
Yeah, BSL. Americans will be like, what the hell is that? And other people may think, so that is, if you're American, that would have made no sense to you. Sorry.
Okay.
But we also have subtitles. So come on. You've got audio, subtitles, and sign language.
Right.
By the way, if you're listening to this, I signed the joke in BSL.
And it looked legit. That's why I was like, oh, that looked like, okay. Wow, nicely done, sir.
But to be fair, I could have just lied to you right now, made that all up, and you would have just, because I was convinced and looked like I knew what I was doing, you would have known. And it wouldn't be the first time someone's done that. Do you remember that news story when Nelson Mandela passed away and there was a funeral and it was televised and they had a guy who was doing sign language. He was a sign language fraud. He just made it up. He was just making up the signs. He was talking absolute gibberish. He was just moving
Nelson Mandela's funeral.
Yeah.
All the really.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of funny for not. I don't know where to go. It's history now,
And
so it's kind of
he
funny.
was called the fake. He was called the fake flap or the flappy fake interpreter. But the funniest clip was, I mean, it's not funny because it's dread, but was when he got caught on camera and he realised he was on camera and he just slowly edges. Yeah, I swear to God, he's doing it. He realises the camera's on him. He goes, "Oh, I'm nabbed here." It like slides out that frame.
What was his like? I'm trying to think. Was it like he just thought? Do you know what? I would like people would just think, oh God, this is a different dialect of sign language, and also what they're going to do? They're not going to shout about it, are they? You know what I mean?
Sure, that for you. That's low.
That's low.
That's low.
Sorry.
That's low.
Sorry.
That's low. Oh man. But things are only going to get worse. We're only one joke in. But no, seriously, he did that. Half a joke.
Yeah, that was,
but yeah, he did that, and he got away with it. But it definitely was a case of I'll do it. But because no one knew what he was doing, Like, but I could if I'm in a room full of people and I'm like, fine, I'll translate this to French and just be like, je l'ai collé pour faire, je do champagne, whatever, and they don't know what I'm saying. Could be like,
They'll be
you know,
yeah, nice,
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But yes. Anyway, but yeah, there's the jokes. I did it in BSL.
Oh,
right,
just
cool. Well, good joke as well.
Sorry, I wasn't saying that your joke was half. I was saying that my joke was half. Yours was like double. Especially you put the work in for that. So
I did.
Can I just say this? I'll bet myself out here very quickly, but this was about 10 years ago. I thought, still 10 years ago, that sign language was universal. And I thought, how amazing would it be, that there's a, like, I was traveling and I thought, I saw people signing to each other and I thought, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Can you just, as a deaf person, can you communicate with everyone?
Every deaf person, absolutely not. There's slang as well.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. There's slang. There's like, so when I was at uni, my boy Charlie and Tima, they would teach me a little bit of slang as well. So like just little ways around words. And some words, this is educational. Like that was just woman, but woman, but you just say girlfriend. Because BSL is kind of designed for people that have vision. That's 2020. So some words are just some signs, people will just sign the generic thing and say the word. So like, for example, fruit, I think that's fruit. They'll just say like apple. Because if you lip read the word apple, that means
so
apple.
By doing the sign, you know that
fruit.
it's fruit, and then you're just looking at the mouth for which
apple,
fruit they're talking about. Okay, cool.
Because it's. But then it gets trickier for people who have vision impairment and are deaf. Then there's different types of signing that you like, hands-on signing and stuff like that as well.
Okay.
So it's all a lot more complex. But yeah, as I think the main ones that I know of, obviously BSL and American Sign Language, very different. Like for me, can't even, like I've watched shows with American Sign Language, can't even get a bit of it. Maybe like a gist, but nothing like. Wow. And it's designed. I think I might be wrong with this. I think it's easier to do with one hand, which makes sense because you kind of want to have another hand to do something else. Do you get me? BSL, BSL's a lot of two-handed stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Can I just say, do you know the really annoying thing that suddenly popped into my head after we spoke about this was the. Have you seen the African brother reading out the football scores when he can't pronounce like any of the names?
Oh yeah,
that's what's going on in my head right now. Just shouts out random stuff.
That's what the guy did at Nelson Mandela's funeral, bruv. He was literally just doing like fucking anything. What? Right. All right. Sorry, we should be doing our jokes of the week.
Sorry. Right. I got into the elevator on the first floor the other day and I pressed 5. The doors closed and the elevator went up to floor 4. Then down to floor 3, then 2, before it finally went back up and stopped on the 5th. Confused, I walked out. And it was only then when I noticed the sign on the door, elevator out of order. That joke.
Yeah. I like it. All right. I believe this is a remix of one that you may have heard in the past. Okay. A man is walking through a small town when he sees a sign in front of a house that reads "Talking Dog for $10." Intrigued, he knocks on the door and the homeowner invites him in. Sitting in the living room is a dog lounging on the couch, looking remarkably ordinary. The man raises an eyebrow. "You telling me this dog can talk?" he asks. "See for yourself," says the owner. And he gestures towards the dog. Skeptical, the man sits down. "So what's your story, dog?" The dog stretches, yawns, and then begins to speak in perfect English. "Well, where do I begin? I discovered I could talk when I was just a pup. The government got wind of my talent and recruited me for top secret missions. I've travelled all over the world. I've spied on foreign countries, gathered intelligence, and saved countless lives, and even played a part in brokering peace treaties. After retiring from the spy game, I worked as a therapy dog, bringing joy to children in hospitals and soldiers in recovery centres. Now I'm just enjoying my golden years, taking it easy." The man is dumbfounded because this dog has done more in one lifetime than most humans could ever dream of. So he turns to the owner. "This is incredible. Why are you selling this dog for only $10? The owner sighs and leans over to him and goes, "Because that dog is a bloody liar." You saw that coming in?
Yeah.
You saw that coming in? It's a good one.
I like it. Oh, this is a bit... All right.
Go for it.
I'm gonna have to. You're gonna try and answer this one.
Okay.
How hot is it in the corner?
I don't know. How hot is it in a corner?
90 degrees.
You know what? It's good. And it's good. All right. 2 young guys appear in court after being arrested for smoking crack. The judge says, "You seem like nice young men. I'll give you a second chance instead of jail time. But I want you to go out this weekend and try and convince others of the evils of drug use. And I'll see you back in court on Monday." On Monday, the judge asked the first guy, "How'd you do over the weekend?" "Well, Your Honour, I persuaded 17 people to give up drugs forever." 17 people, said the judge. "That's wonderful. How did you do it?" "Well, I used this diagram, Your Honour. I drew 2 circles, one small and one big. I then told them that the big circle is your brain before drugs and the small circle is your brain after drugs." "That's admirable," says the judge. He then turns to the second guy. "And how did you do?" "Well, Your Honour, I persuaded 156 people to give up any kind of drugs forever." "Wow," said the judge. 156 people? How'd you manage to do that?" "Well, I used a kind of similar diagram," said the guy. "I drew 2 circles. One was a small O and one was a big one. And then I pointed to the little circle and said, 'This is your arsehole before prison.'"
Oh, did I not see that one going?
Sorry, that's brilliant. That tickled me. I was like, I hope Sean likes that one.
That is great.
All right.
Oh, that was a good one. Okay. At flight school, the flight instructor always referred to the airplane's engine as the air conditioner. When a student asked why, he answered, "Because when it stops running, mate, you start sweating."
Facts. All right. Little Johnny got on the bus.
Come on.
Little Johnny got on the bus and sat next to him was a man reading a book. And he noticed that he had his collar backward. Little Johnny said, "Why have you got your collar backward?" The man, who was a priest, said, "I'm a father." Johnny replied, "Well, my dad's also a farmer, but he doesn't have his collar like that." The priest looked up from his book and said, "I am the father of many." Johnny said, "Well, my dad has 4 boys and 4 girls and 2 grandchildren. He doesn't wear his collar that way." The priest, getting a little impatient, went, "I'm the father of hundreds," and went back to reading his book. Little Johnny sat there thinking for a while and then leaned over and said, "Well, maybe if you put your trousers on backwards instead of your collar, then you wouldn't have so many kids."
Oh, Johnny, what is he like?
Little Johnny, innit?
Can I just say I saw something, I think it was on Reddit recently, where someone put, "Why do people like Little Johnny jokes so much?" And then someone like went in and like dissecting. It was like, you know, because there's like, you know, if someone takes it a bit too seriously, you know, there's like a part of you which feels. And I was like, oh mate, this is brilliant.
And also like, all right, mate, shut up. It's just funny, innit? It's just funny. Yeah, but I think there is a little Johnny in all of us.
There's a little. Sometimes there's a little Johnny. Sometimes there's a lot.
There's a lot of little Johnny. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Sean, I think you're mostly Johnny sometimes, if I'm honest.
Large Johnny. Large Johnny, aka Magnum. That's what we call him.
Magnum Johnny, Big Johnny. Whee! All right, Sean. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, it's terrible. This is a really bad.
Go
okay,
for it,
this is a
Sean.
really
Go for it,
bad.
Sean.
Okay.
The worse, the better.
Okay, that's good. My Labrador ate the engagement ring I was going to. My Labrador ate the engagement ring I was going to propose to my girlfriend with. I guess it's now a diamond in the rough. Oh my god, that was actually quite big.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's good. All right. Fix my headphones. So, Sean, now, if you don't mind, I would like to commandeer a little bit of this section with a selection of sex jokes.
Selection of sex jokes of the week.
Here is a selection of sex jokes. A selection of sex jokes. December 30th has officially been designated as New Year's Adam. It comes before New Year's Eve, a disappointment she's all too familiar with. Having sex is also a lot like pizza. When it's good, it's really good. And when it's bad, it's still pretty good. Having sex is like riding a bike. People get really upset when you do it on the sidewalk. Sorry, I thought it was quite good. I only masked 56 times this year, I said as I struggled to flip the 3rd page of my new calendar with shaky hands. Was a joke. Right. My favourite sex position is called wow. It's where I take your mum and flip her over.
That's a great one.
And what do you call a Roman with pubic hair in his mouth?
Romaine?
Gladiator. Sorry. I'm not sorry. I am, but I'm not. Reminds me of old Cameron lyric. That was an old Cameron lyric. Ate up and you're happy. Gladiator. Yeah,
Sturdy chin.
Oh man, sturdy jaw.
I don't know why what you just told me that. Do you know the Australian comedian with he's like this guy with long hair, used to be like a death metal band, but he talks about the fact that in the UK we've got so much red tape. Have you heard this?
No, I haven't. You know.
I don't know why you just told me about that. Yeah. But he goes, oh, in the UK, if there's a canal, there'll be a big railing saying, "Don't go in the water, danger, bloody blah." And he goes, in Holland, everyone's smoking pot, everyone's taking drugs, bloody blah. There's a river there. Is there a sign? No sign. I treat you like an adult. I respect that. Someone will come over to her and go and ask her, you in the right bit, mate? He goes, my bike's wet. Yeah, that's the wrong bit, mate. Something like that. I probably mentioned it.
I love that stuff. But what I've realised is whenever I come across a silly rule, instead of getting cross with it, I always go to myself, I wonder what happens to make this rule exist. It's the best thing because your imagination starts going to places. Because then you're like...
You got to think back to the dumbest person who has made this rule have to be put into effect.
Probably, and it could be a legend. For me, I like to think of it as a legendary story. So, for example, when I'm at the lounge in a Scottish airport and they have a 2-drink limit with tokens, I'm like, somebody must have had this. It must have been pandemonium. Do you get me?
Didn't you have a chat? I think you told a story before about having a chat in the airport lounge about someone who was moaning about the
I think I was standing next to someone like, God, they're treating us like kids. We've got to give them our little drinks tokens.
And then it just went. It went. Blue, doo, 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 doo. You went off into like.
I was thinking it was definitely like an Iron Brew and vodka fueled party. Like, I think it was something like that.
There was people on the tables with their tops off, swinging their dead. I got one out hand, didn't
Yeah. Bare drunk Scottish singing as well. I thought, shame I missed the party.
I was about to say, and we should. I think that should be saved in a vault somewhere for and it will all be labelled reason why to drink this. I mean,
I love it. I love rules like that. Like, just like. I don't know, like no leaning over the railings. You're right, innit? Because somebody just leant over and fell. Like there's a railing there. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. No swimming.
I wonder what that railing's for. Let's go and test out the rigidity of it.
Like, why does this public swimming pool have no fishing sign? Do you know what I mean? I love stuff like that. Yeah. The more specific they are as well, like no nude bathing on Christmas Day in the canal. Do you know what I mean? It makes you think like, fuck, that must have been one heck of a Christmas Day.
Were there like 100 people? Hey, this would be the
I don't know, like outside a supermarket, no flashing.
At that moment, you should have pressed the crime button.
Yes. I'm like, I smell a crime.
Thinking about getting naked and having a dip in the canal on Christmas Day. Think again. Convict. Why haven't I got a button? I want that button.
We'll get you a Sean. I'll get you a button. Get me. I think for me sometimes
upgraded.
I know. And by the way, sorry, we're digress. This is the longest ever bit jokes already, but I'm loving it. Right.
Sorry.
Sometimes I just hear the crime music. Right. If it's your first time listening, I was shopping the other day.
I literally just did that
at a self-service. I didn't press the button. That was just in our heads. I was at self-service part of the supermarket the other day, and they asked me how many bags I'd taken.
You didn't.
Is all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Can't take the hood out of the
I walked out of there looking security down straight in the eye like,
what, bruv?
Right,
this is a bit of a long one.
Yeah, Sean, you've got 5-6 jokes, bro.
Okay.
Reel them off, bro.
Okay,
or 3 or 4, whatever you want to do. I'm here for you, bro. That's my end of my sex jokes.
An old man in Mississippi was sitting on the front porch watching the sunrise. He sees the neighbour's kid walk by carrying something big under his arm. He yells out, "Hey boy, what you got there?" The boy yells back, "Roll of chicken wire." Old man says, what are you going to do with that? The boy says, going to catch some chickens. The old man yells, you damn fool, you can't catch chickens with chicken wire. The boy just laughs, keeps it moving. That evening at sunset, the boy comes walking by, and to the old man's surprise, he's dragging behind him the chicken wire with about 30 chickens caught in it. Same time next morning, the old man's out watching the sunrise, and he sees the old boy... Same time next morning, the old man's out watching the sunrise, and he sees the boy walk by, carrying something kind of round in his hand. The old man yells out, hey boy, what you got there? The boy yells back, roll of duct tape. The old man says, what are you going to do with that? I'm going to catch me some ducks. The old man yells back, you damn fool, you can't catch ducks with duct tape. The boy just laughs, keeps it moving. That night, around sunset, the boy walks by, coming home to the old man's amazement. He's trailing behind him the unrolled duct tape with about 35 ducks caught in it. Same time next morning, the old man sees the boy walking by, carrying what looks like a long reed with something fuzzy on the end. The old man says, hey boy, what you got there? It's a pussy willow. The old man says, wait up, I'll get my hat. I quite enjoyed that. It was a bit of a long walk. Short dip.
All right. That's a good one, sure. I like that. No, I like a long walk for a short swim. I love a bit of pussy willow as well.
Pussy willow. Don't know what that is.
Yeah, I like that. Sure, it tastes nice. Any more? Is that the end of our jokes of the week? Sean, I'm happy.
Oof. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, okay, well, that is the end of our jokes
of the week.
Now, Sean, usually we move on to our news stories of the week, but I've been informed that there's a day coming up. It's about a month before Steak and Blowjob Day in the UK. Apparently, there's a bit of a faff around it.
Is it?
Yeah. Apparently, it's about some sort of I don't know. It's a Valentino's or something like that.
Crime
yeah. No, Valentine's Day's coming up. So, Sean, for us, I have collated a selection of the best, worst shut-up lines. And Sean, I would like to share them with you. I've given you some as well. Sean has not seen these. Sean is going to access these top best, worst shut-up lines. And we're going to read them off, baby.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Hell yes. All right.
Where are we?
Where are they?
Oh, here we go. Okay.
All right, Sean.
All right, you do the first one. I don't want to spoil it for me.
All right, yeah. Let's go for it, Sean.
Right.
But, I just want to say, bro, like some of them might be actually quite good, so don't want you to get too excited. Calm down.
Gassing yourself up. All right.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Best, worst chat up lines. Hey, baby, I just shit my pants. Can I get in yours?
If that works. Okay, what we got? I wish I was cross-eyed so I could see you twice.
Are you my appendix? I don't know what you do or how you work, but I feel like I should take you out.
That's so true. All right. Are you an orphanage? I want to give you kids. So bad.
Are you a pinata? Because I want to smack that and see what comes out.
I don't know why it's such a big grip. Fair. All right. My name. My name is Microsoft. Can I crash at your place tonight? also, Microsoft is the worst name.
Mad. How did that get past? And no one...
Tiny,
yeah.
Like with Tiny Flaccid.
For America, yeah.
Could have called yourself like that.
Limp small.
Limp.
Small limp. The wildest... Used in America, they'd be like, massive hard, rock hard, hard rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's funny how like tech names don't like... Even though, do you know NVIDIA? That sounds tough, innit? I don't know what an NVIDIA. I don't even know what it means. I bet it has some Latin meaning or whatever, like, get me? But that sounds tough, but...
It does.
Microsoft, Apple.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I had an Acorn computer.
Acorn, Jesus.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, blast from the past.
That was, I think it was a UK company, you know. Yeah. Oh, sorry, we're meant to be doing this montage. Nvidia is a word. It comes from Invidia, the Latin word for envy. There we go.
Bruv, it was almost like you were right there for a second. Let's move on quickly before we get tripped up of that.
What happened?
I don't know. Crazy.
It's my once a year right thing. Go on. Oh, sorry. There you go. Balance the books now. Are you a cigarette? Because you're smoking hot and I want to put your butt in my mouth.
I'm getting right to the But also, if that works, you're like, I feel like we're on a level here because I you know, you're not trying to hold back too much at that point.
Yeah, good to know someone's a smoker as well. Yeah, that's a good way in, isn't it?
Yeah, and other things.
Yeah. Smoke that ass.
I've just got to show you all. Okay. You must be butter because you make everything around you better, especially when you're spread out.
You must be laundry because I want to throw you in and do you all night.
Give you that long cycle.
Man.
Are you a password? Because I'm dying to enter you. It's really bad.
Oh, you seem to have dropped something there. Oh, it's your standards. Can I buy you a drink? That's a good one. That's a good one. There you go.
Oh, that's my fave. That is by far my fave.
Let me
100%. I'm glad you kept that one to last. So if that doesn't work for you, at that point, just throw the glass on the floor and be like, let's be a night in here tonight, and then leave. That's it.
Yes, all of you. Right.
I appreciated your best worst.
Yeah, but there's a good one in here as well, actually, that I thought was quite funny. I don't know why. It's really silly and it's not hilarious.
Is this an honourable mention?
It's an honourable mention because I just think it's a bit like, if someone says it in the right way, I think it could work. If you were a fruit, you'd be a pineapple. Hey,
and then just slide it.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of them jokes that you slide. Like, hey, use a fruit. You'd be a pineapple. What's a compliment that I heard the other day that I like for tall people? When people go, "You're a tall glass of water." I like that, innit? That's a tall glass of water. It's kind of like respectable, innit?
Tall glass of water.
That's a tall drink or something. Like that. It's a tall glass of water. I think it is. I like.
Can I just ask? Do you usually get grief for being tall?
Oi, big head! Oi, fucking hell, that's a big head.
I'm not gonna lie. You can't just throw other insults that people say to you when it's got nothing to do with your height.
do I ever get gypped? I don't think I get gypped for being tall. Except, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, really. Nah, not really, nah.
I'm not having it. I probably couldn't hear it. Someone said it. It was like COVID back in the day. You sat down and went over your head. Yeah.
I've been in a restaurant once and a guy came up to me and said, "Oh, you're a big lad, ain't ya?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah, can I just order my food, please?"
What, the waiter?
Yeah.
What did he start?
Big boy.
Did he start giving you a little like?
Yeah, he gave me a little big like rub on the shoulder. You're a big boy, and I was like, "Yeah, can I have the fries, please?"
I'll just have a salad.
Yeah, man. I don't. I get a lot of. I get compliments for my height. I think it is like it's something that I was like I did. Like I worked on it when it just happened. Do you know what I mean? Like, thanks, I ate my vegetables.
Well done for being tall.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Well heighted.
I'm strong heighted. Right, he's very strong in the height department. Do you know what I mean? All right, Sean. Have we got? Looking at the time. Have we got time for a quick news story or not, Sean? Have we? I think we have. You know, Sean.
News story or
kill a bit. Oof. Sean,
I'll let
you decide.
Right, cool. I'm going to mention very quickly.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. By the way, kill a bit is how we talk about how we've killed a bit of time. It's a play on how to kill an hour.
There we go.
Of the week,
yeah. During the week, I visited a place called Pitch in Soho, which is like the like the golf version of Flight Club.
Okay.
So if anyone's been to Flight Club, you go, nice evening of throwing some darts with your friends. You don't need to be into darts. It's good fun. nice spot, good drinks, etc. And this is very much the same, but just with golf, and it really works. The place is it's the kind of place that you could spend the whole evening there easily. Nice drinks, nice vibe. I also went a little bit with my hat on for looking at like what I would look for, and instead of just going there purely. So I was kind of looking over. There was some couples that were just having a real good laugh. And there was like a group of 15 guys that were all taking turns to like longest drive and all this kind of stuff. And it just looked, and I was just kind of like moseyed around for a bit, just kind of took it in. I think there was 5 or 6 bays.
So how's the tech in it work? Can you just clarify?
So it's got a TrackMan.
Okay.
So it's got a TrackMan, the same that they would use on either a course or on a driving range.
Yeah.
And then you have a big projector screen. You have a projector, and you've got a big screen in front of you, so you're looking at the hole in front of you, and you literally just hit it into the you hit it into the screen. And they've got like a good set of good clubs. So it's not like some basics. You can bring. I saw people bringing their own clubs in with them. So
it's a bit try hard, if I'm honest.
Do you know what? It's one of them things. If you lived in Central and you couldn't get to a driving range and you just wanted to practice, like legit, it's a good training tool because the TrackMans. I mean, the TrackMans are like 10K or something like.
Right.
So they are very accurate. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
They haven't skimped out on that. But good clubs. I think they had Callaway Tour Smokes. They had like good sets of clubs. Yeah. But I think there's 5 bays. It's nice because your own bay, even though you still kind of look around and you have atmosphere and whatnot.
Yeah.
You still kind of feel like private in your bay. Do you think this is something that we potentially could go and? It would be really fun to go and see what you thought about it, because it's someone who's not. I'm more into golf than you are. I want to see from the casual player.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah. Pitch.
Food and
do you
drinks.
Want to? Nice drinks. You can have food there. I saw a few people eating. We went for an hour, and then realised that we wanted to stay for longer. But it was like literally, it was only a weekday, but it was completely booked up for the whole evening because we were going to grab some food and then maybe be like, oh, can we grab a bait a little bit later, kind of thing. But
let's do it, man. Let's do it and see. For me, it's like as a casual how it's gamified. In
the same way that you don't need to be good at darts, you can go and have a good time at Flight Club. I don't know if you're not good at golf, will it just be frustrating, or can you still like have a really?
No, not that bad. Because you're crap. Is it? No, I am that bad. Yeah, man. Let's give it a squeeze. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it, man. Let's have a go.
And a real quick,
yeah,
complete non-segue onto Sniper Elite.
Yeah, we have it.
Xbox.
I'll be honest. I haven't played it yet.
I'm gonna give you my 1-minute review of the game. Is that cool?
Cool.
And then what we've discussed is hopefully we'll get some time to do the co-op, because that is the bit that I'm most excited about. And then we'll come back next week.
Yeah.
My 1-minute review of Sniper Elite is, I played one of the last ones, and the bullet time stuff is still fun. Like it definitely, it's still enjoyable, but the experience is very similar to one that I probably played like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And the visuals are nice. Sometimes a little bit too much. I know you can turn up and down like how eccentric
I'm putting out max
bullet times are, but then sometimes after a while you're like, oh, come on, there's like a guy standing next to him and I'm like, oh, I want to shoot the other guy quickly, like come on.
Right.
Sometimes it's that. My gripes with the game are, for the non-sniping parts of the game, the controls and the movement can get quite frustrating. So I'll give you an example. If you're crouching down and you're like walking up the stairs, there's quite a lot of stairs that when you get to the top, you can't step over the top stair. So you just walk into the top stair whilst you're crouching. And then you have to stand up and then walk, and then you get seen and you're like, well, do you know what I mean?
So there's like buff those edges.
Yeah, things like the cover system can be quite like, if you're like chill and then you're hiding somewhere and you're kind of cool, but once it gets a little bit frenetic compared to something like Call of Duty, it's just not.
Yeah,
it's not very smooth, and you end up getting like stuck, and it's a bit janky, and it kind of gets a little bit frustrating at times.
I will say with Sniper Elite, they really kicked ass with the idea of the bullet time, but how you improve that's really hard because they've done it so well. Like I enjoy it. So how do you? So I guess for them, people have spoken about like changing the bits between that, and because that bit of the game is so strong. Really, let's be honest, you're playing Sniper Elite because you want to see some heads explode, innit? Really, like, innit? And you want to hit a long shot you want to hit like a thousand meter shot, don't you? And be like, yes, I sniped it. So like how they improve around it is different. So there's like, obviously, and again, we'll have to talk about this because we have got to bounce in a second, but like the co-op thing, because of, I know we have a laugh, we could mess around. Because I can imagine, like, you know, there's a meme on the internet, like, you see that guy on the left, yeah? Pew! Don't shoot him! Do you get what I mean? Like, I can say, oh man. Or like one of us going in loud, look, bruv, whatever you do here, don't just go crazy. I want someone throw some dynamite. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know.
Okay, so 100% before next time we meet up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Co-op.
Yeah,
we do this,
man. Let's do it. I'll you've got it on Xbox. I got it on PS5, so we can play with the crossplay.
The crossplay
that works. Yeah, let's do it, man. And then we'll talk about the invasion mode as well. So there you go. So that's it. That's our first bit of Sniper Elite Resistance. So yeah, we'll go from there. And I think, Sean, that's it, man. We got to bounce, man.
Cool.
At How to Kill an Hour on all socials. Make sure you check us over at Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, Snap, all of them are out there. But yeah, man. And if you want to send a joke over to us, it's jokes@howtokillanhour.com. When we read them out on our special episode that we call Punishment, where we literally punish you with some just straight raw jokes. I've got a Super Bowl joke actually that I need to tell, because it's that time of year.
It is that time of year.
All right, cool. All right, see you in a bit.
Peace.